with people.
So male singer, like Mark.
Male singers. Matthew Bellamy, I think. Yeah, he's great.
Honestly,
he's great.
No,
Tony the Tiger from Frosties.
That's what I was going for.
His name is
I'm
Tony.
trying to do a kind of a baritone voice here.
Toby. We're going down a dark path
Toby the
here.
Tiger.
What's your name? Cunty Kinte
I
Tiger.
quite like
What's in the box?
Steven Tyler.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
He's got a fantastic
I think
voice, in
he's very
fairness.
Yes, I do think so.
I don't think it would be one of my favourites, though.
I wouldn't say one of my favourites, but
you
if I had
can't deny the voice. No,
of course not.
to- definitely distinguishable.
a distinguished.
I'm drawing a
indeed.
blank now. I'm just trying to think now of an artist, like a male artist, who would I be like enamoured with.
I still have my favourite, and you're probably all not going to agree with me in any way, shape, or form.
I
Because
like Elvis Costello.
But then
Speaking of
Jen
Elvis,
finished. Yeah,
Eminem.
Jen. What is he?
I know
a
he's a
singer?
rapper, but
this is fair enough.
still my
That's all
favourite
right. He's
artist
got a
to
range.
this day.
But he could be your favourite artist. But this is who's the best singer.
I already
Does he
answered that with
vocalise?
Freddie Mercury, but like,
But
you know.
he's dead.
She said Freddie Mercury. That's
But
fair.
he's dead. We have to the best singer alive. So what we have to do
Fine,
by the
Ryan
time we're
Sheridan then
finished,
is mine.
we have to come to so the best male singer and the best female singer between the four of us.
One female as well, and a live female singer.
Yeah. So you put forward Ryan Sheridan,
I
then
do.
Jen. Yeah.
Female though.
See, no,
I'm loving Adele right now.
yeah.
Yeah. Again, one
Gosh,
that
she's lost some pile of weight,
Oh
hasn't
my
she?
god, yeah. One that many won't agree with, but I'm loving her music right now. I'm loving trying to sing her music as well. Quite badly, might I add. Mark, you stumped?
I'm kind of stumped. Like,
I quite like Tobias Forge, obviously.
So Mark, you only listen to women, then?
yeah, I'm a feminist. That's all it takes to be a feminist
What do I
now.
like?
Just listen to women.
See, I struggle kind of like say on a female thing. I actually think that
Madonna.
God no, Chelsea Wolfe would be one of my favourite female
enough.
singers at the moment. Or actually Hayley Williams from Paramore, I think is a fantastic singer.
Yep.
Yeah,
she's
she's
great.
Quite
really
good.
good.
I quite like your one from Churches.
Yeah,
What's her name?
Of course, I
don't know her name.
I can't believe we kind of skipped over whatever her name is. She's great.
That's terrible. Yeah, she's great. Well, I'm going to nominate Hetfield anyway for my choice for men.
I'm just going to look up your one's name because I kind of feel bad now.
I know that is her. You're one from Churches that we can't remember the name of.
but I think it's
Or
one thing.
maybe
Actually,
Mayberry.
Yes.
that's it. Even
Well,
as
it's not
much
gonna
as
be
Oh my
Ian
God,
Cook
Bruce
or Martin
Dickinson.
Doherty.
We haven't mentioned him
Bruce
at
Dickinson
all.
is probably
Oh my Jesus
the,
Christ.
like I mean, people have put Rob Halford and all these, but Bruce Dickinson.
We haven't
is
mentioned
probably,
Devin Townsend either. I don't particularly like his music, but Jesus Christ, that man has a set of pipes on him.
Yeah, but is he your favourite, Laura? You're after
No,
naming a
James
million
Hetfield.
people.
James
Hetfield.
Hetfield.
Right, and who's your
Obviously.
female? Who's your female one?
I suppose you're one from Churches. What's her name? That sounds terrible.
Lauren.
Now I can't stop thinking about loads of people are popping into my head.
Lauren, maybe.
Yeah, hang on. I do need to try. Hang on. No. St. Vincent.
St. Vincent.
Yes, St. Vincent.
I'm going to go wild card. I think, even though I said Mike Patton and all that, I think Phil Anselmo was probably my favourite singer. And
Yes,
I think he
quite
is
good.
probably
He
the
is
best
good.
metal vocalist.
I'm going to change my mind. I love Ryan Sheridan, but my favourite of all times would have been Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day.
I thought you were going to say Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. Yeah, up,
Just
down,
like,
girl.
From Green
It
Day.
has to be alive.
No, definitely.
He is alive.
He's like Paul McCartney. He's a stand-in.
I think poor Billy Joel had probably got off there. Hey, I'm still
Yeah, hello.
alive, guys.
I'm the piano man.
Yeah.
What about me?
No, he's always been definitely up there. Don't know why I didn't think of him earlier.
So I suppose to just round it off, conclusion.
Grimes.
Yeah, since I can't think of any.
Nah, she's a
particular
terrible
one.
singer. She's a great musician, but
And she's great at naming children.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what everyone is after coming out with going, I think his name is Kyle? They've actually figured it down. They've actually kind of worked out the letters and they think it actually comes out to Kyle and they're like, oh, it's Kyle. It's rubbish.
Hey, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Howdy-ho.
That's why they won't actually just outright say it. It's like, yeah, well, okay, we were both drunk. We just we couldn't write properly, so we're trying to backtrack. Can you just please call him Kyle? It's like in Family Guy where it's like, hey Megan, that's not what my name stands for. Oh, it's like Megatron.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, yeah. But yeah, I suppose to kind of like to just bring it to a conclusion.
I
Everyone
think
is
then
in
for a male
agreement.
singer, then I'm going to
Danzig.
go with Mika, and for a female singer, I'll go with Simone Simons.
Do you know? I think it does kind of like highlight the kind of the mixture of kind of like tastes and stuff here. So yeah. So I suppose
So,
round it off.
James Hetfield is the best singer.
Danzig.
And Matthew
People, you heard it
Bellamy.
here.
Don't forget him.
Yeah, they were kind of like, I mean, Jen and Mark brought it up at first, and Laura agreed at one point through it.
Yeah.
So
And St. Vincent is the best female
but
singer.
like, but because like Danzig just seems to be the only one that everyone agreed on.
I love how you keep just plugging him in there.
So good old Glenn must be very happy with himself
Welcome to the
then.
Monday Morning Mixtape, where we gaslight you.
Yes.
Yeah, Danzig all the time,
Not we,
24/7.
Wayne.
He's still trying to gaslight me on and off the show that I like gunship. Well, I do like gunship, but I
Yes.
wasn't the one who told them all.
But so I suppose kind of like from the younger generation that are into more contemporary stuff, you got Mika, fucking your woman from
Simone Simons.
Epica.
We never mentioned Jonathan Davis.
He's not a good singer. I like him, but he's not a good singer. Like,
He's certainly inventive.
yeah, and
With
then
his bow, wow.
yeah,
Yes, but
and
this
then
wasn't
round
the
things
second
up.
most invented singer.
And then Jen said Adele, and it was because you changed it from Ryan Sheridan.
What was yours?
Oh, I changed it from Ryan Sheridan, even though he's awesome, to Billy Joel Armstrong.
Billy Joel.
And then Laura was Hetfield, and
Pardon?
who was the woman?
St. Vincent.
St. Vincent,
Yeah.
Phil Anselmo, and Chelsea Wolfe. So there you have it. Danzig wins.
Because this is
Danzig
not a,
wins everything.
because this is not a
Because this is
democracy.
not a democracy now.
Yes,
This is a
Danzig
dictatorship.
rules all.
Welcome to the Danzig podcast with your host, Danzig.
Up
So
Green
now-
Day.
On to the next one.
Great Odin's Raven!
So, what are we going to be talking about this week, Jen?
This week we're going to be talking about Mother, one of my favourite bands. It's actually your fault that I like them. You're the one who introduced me to them in the first place. But they've quickly become pretty much, one of my most listened to bands on my Spotify playlist. They're a Canadian Indian rock band. They're based in Vancouver, British Columbia. So I'm probably never going to get to see them live, which is frustrating.
like as you said, I was one of the first. I kind of got you into it a bit, and I do like kind of see like kind of smaller bands like that because a lot of them would have tours of Europe and whatnot, and for the most part would do Dublin at least.
Yeah, very true. I've had a good look though, and they kind of don't seem to come.
They don't seem to leave Canada at all.
No, never. They're originally from Quadra Island in Canada. So, like, if we ever make it over to Canada, maybe we can catch one of their shows. They've been going for a long time, 15 years.
Yeah. It's I don't know about yourself now, but it's mostly kind of like I personally got into them via TikTok of all things.
Of course you did.
It was one of their songs, Verbatim, which is on their first album. And that snippet of that became just really popular for a while on TikTok. And it got stuck in my head as an earworm. I was like, what is this song? I have to find out. And I ended up going, oh, okay. And I really got into that song. I was like, well, if I like this song, I'll probably like more of this. And then I really got into their first album. And that's kind of the main one I've been listening to. And like the first one and the second one, apparently in their later albums, their tone changes a little bit.
It does. I was listening to it over the last couple of days, and it does change slightly. It's not like a mad change. You still have their very original sound.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I find that their sound is very upbeat and very kind of, I don't know, very enjoyable.
Yeah, it's what I find is like what I like the most about it is the zaniness of their vocals more than anything.
Yes.
Like they're, as you said, it is true. Their actual music and the instruments they use is very upbeat and really kind of light.
Yes.
But the music and especially the lyrics and their vocals can just have this weird discordant effect, but it works somehow.
It really does. Like we often play it just going along in the car and singing along, and I just absolutely love them. As I said, it's probably unlikely we're going to get to see them, but I found it kind of interesting that, you know, they started out kind of as a duo.
Brother and sister duo.
Yeah,
right?
brother and sister duo, and now I believe there's 5 of them in it, I think, altogether. 5. So it's nice to see that they kind of, you know, they came along and they've developed, and their sound is now changing a little bit, but it's nice to see a band that's been around for 15 years to, you know, mature and develop in that way. Because some bands and some places, they stick with a sound and it's fine, but they kind of, you know, peak out and people kind of get a bit bored of the same sound. Whereas they've kind of established the way that their voices and their songs are, and they're after developing it and kind of going along with new trends and stuff. TikTok has probably helped with some of that.
Oh,
definitely.
I'd say so. I'd say they're after getting a much wider audience, and it's not just them now. A lot of other artists are really getting like these like spikes in their metrics from TikTok. I was looking at it a while back where these artists would be getting maybe like 1,000 listens a month, maybe even less, and then all of a sudden they go back to check their metrics, and all of a sudden one of their songs is up at like 100,000, and the rest of them are like,
where did this come from? Like,
it's in the billboards, it's getting like massive amounts on Spotify, and there's like, okay.
It's very true though that obviously we won't kind of change the subject too much, but in regards to TikTok, it is a great platform for people with music to get their songs listened to in full, because once you hear those first few words and it's a good beat, you want to go search more about it. So for that to spread from just you listening to one little track on TikTok of Mother,
Not even a track, just a soundbite.
Yeah, but soundbite to me, and then we both listened to loads of different songs. I decided to do a bit of, obviously, research, because I knew we were going to be chatting about this today. And it was a weird article that I actually came across, and I don't know if you came across it as well. The title is Mother Mother is the most hated band in Canada.
I did see that.
I thought that was so weird.
Yeah, and they were like going, oh, it's up there with Nickelback. And I'm like, okay.
I like Nickelback.
Well, that's a story.
That's a different conversation.
I think we'd have to get a lot of us prep set up to, you know, fight off any people's debate on that. But no, like, I would agree as well. Like, I was really surprised when I saw that. So much so I had to reread it twice. I was like, it's hated. Like, fair enough, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Not any band's going to be everyone's cup of tea. Like, we were in a previous section, we were talking about how we're not huge fans of like death metal and whatnot.
Yes,
but of course, that doesn't mean it's like the worst thing ever. It's just not ours.
It's just not in our kind of, you know, favorites. But it was weird because I haven't really watched much of Mother Mother on, like, you know, YouTube or anything. I've just listened to it more so than anything else. But that article that I read did say that some of the videos are dodgy. So that's what it was referenced as. So I am going to do a little bit more research, and, you know, we will maybe look into it a bit more in another podcast, maybe come back to the whole dodgy video side. But from what I've
part 2, is it?
Yeah, from what I've read and what I've seen of Mother Mother, like, they seem fairly, like, you know, sound and, you know, nice and kind of PC enough. They don't seem too out there, so I'd be interested to look into that a little bit more. What do you reckon?
Yeah, like, I was very surprised when I read that as well. Now, I didn't go into as much detail for this as you. I more just have kind of listened to some of their albums and whatnot, and I looked up a little bit of the band lineup because I was curious.
Yeah.
And like, as you said, like, they've had a big, long career, and for the most part, their band has stayed stable enough. Like, very early on, I think of their first album, they had, as you said, it was Ryan Molly Gillimond, and I think Deborah Jean Creetman was the original other vocalist.
I'm so glad you said the names, because I was terrified of mispronouncing them. I think you got it right.
Well, we'll see. But Jasmine Parkin came in, I think, after the first album, and has been there ever since.
Yeah.
And I think there was a similar with one of their with their drums.
Yeah, they've had a couple of changes, all right, but it does seem that the people kind of, they keep the same kind of core group, and that a couple of people come in and out.
And at least it seems that when they do have to, like, say goodbye to a band member, it gets replaced with someone who has a similar enough kind of style, or at least can
and seems to have a familiarity with them, so they kind of keep their backups as the same as well. So it looks like they do have the same core, but anyone who may have to, like, I don't know, leave for a while or whatever, they